Okay, welcome to this deep dive.
Hi there.
Today we're getting into some really interesting sources, all about one thing, really.
Yeah, making English learning. Well, less of a chore, right?
Exactly, making it actually fun, easy even. You sent this stuff over because, you want those shortcuts.
The actionable bits, cut through the noise.
Yeah, get straight to what works.
And we look through, articles, research notes. There was even a bit of a real chat in there.
Right.
So the mission today, find the best, the most enjoyable ways to learn from all this. So you can actually, change how you learn English.
And the main thing that jumps out, I think, from everything we saw, it's this idea, it's not about hitting the book super hard.
No, it's about being smart about it.
Studying smart, changing how you think about it so it feels less like work.
And more like play.
Yeah, exactly. More like play.
Okay, so let's dig into that a bit.
Yeah.
Because the sources, they're pretty upfront about why learning English feels, hard sometimes.
Oh, yeah. They definitely acknowledge the frustrations.
All those grammar rules people stress about. The fear of making mistakes. Those super dry textbooks.
Totally. And just not having chances to actually use it, right, in the real world.
Exactly. It feels disconnected.
It's easy to get stuck thinking it has to be that hard grind.
But that's the counter argument here. The smart way. You don't need to grind.
You need to be clever.
Yeah. Make it feel like play.
Yeah.
Integrate it. Don't make it a separate, painful thing you have to do.
Right.
And there's this great story, an anecdote in the materials you shared.
Oh, yeah, the Friends one.
That's the one. About someone who is, finding traditional classes really tough, all memorization.
And then they just started watching Friends. Simple as that.
With English subtitles, yeah. And the source points out they weren't trying to study.
No, they were just watching a show they liked.
But they started absorbing phrases, the rhythm, the jokes.
Naturally.
And the key thing the source highlighted was their progress was way faster.
Why?
Because they were having fun.
That connection to enjoyment seems crucial. It stops being a burden.
It really does. It kind of bypasses the intimidation factor.
And they actually show this happening, right? There's that little conversation snippet included.
Yeah, it's just a small exchange. One person says to their friend, "Hey, your English seems way better. What happened?"
And the answer wasn't, "Oh, I buckled down with grammar drills."
No. It was basically, "I stopped using the boring books." Instead, they mentioned listening to podcasts.
Okay.
Watching shows on Netflix in English, and playing video games with the English audio on.
And you get that casual feel like, that's cool.
Exactly, yeah. What the sources pull out isn't just what they did, but how they talked about it.
Right, it wasn't a learning regimen.
No, it was just, I do fun stuff I like, but now I do it in English.
Which really shows you this isn't just some theory. People are actually doing this.
And it works. They're improving by just, living their lives with a bit more English mixed in.
Okay, so that's the mindset shift. Make it play, not work. But how do you actually do that?
Well, the sources don't just leave it there. They give a whole list of practical ways.
Like concrete methods?
Yeah, things you can start doing, ways to learn without studying, in that old-fashioned textbook way.
All right, let's get into those. What's first?
Okay, number one, something loads of people do anyway, watch TV shows.
In English, obviously.
Right, and the tip is, pick shows you actually like. Comedy, drama, docs, whatever works for you.
Don't force yourself to watch something boring just because it's educational.
Exactly. Use subtitles at first, that's fine. Then try without. They mention shows like, Friends, The Office.
A Modern Family, yeah. Or even YouTube vloggers, right?
Totally. And a fun little tip they add, repeat lines you find funny.
Oh, like imitate the actors?
Yeah. It helps with the flow, the pronunciation, kind of absorbs it better.
Okay, that makes sense. What else?
Method 2, singing songs.
Ah, okay. Karaoke English.
Sort of. It's brilliant for rhythm, pronunciation, remembering phrases. Just pick artists you like, find the lyric.
And belt it out.
Pretty much. They even included that line, "I'm walking on sunshine, and don't it feel good?" It sticks.
It really does. Okay, what's next on the list?
Video games. Playing them in English.
Right. If they have dialogue or stories.
Exactly. You get vocabulary, context, because you're interacting, reading missions, hearing the characters talk. It's active learning.
Yeah, you're doing something with the language.
And for more, like everyday casual English, following English-speaking YouTubers.
Like vloggers and lifestyle channels.
Yeah. You get real conversational English, often with visuals. They suggest searching stuff like a day in my life, UK morning routine.
Learn English with me, maybe?
Yeah, things like that. You find people whose style you like.
Okay, that leads nicely into the next one, I think. Using English in your hobbies.
Precisely. Take something you already do and just switch the language.
So if you like cooking.
Watch recipe videos in English. Into fitness. Follow English-speaking trainers online.
Or tutorials. Find them in English.
Makes it instantly regulars. You're learning words you'll actually use for something you care about.
Smart. Okay, this next one sounds a bit weird, maybe. Talking to yourself.
Huh. Yeah, the sources really recommend this. Actually speak your thoughts out loud in English.
Even just to the mirror.
Sure. Or just as you go about your day. It builds fluency, confidence. Less pressure than talking to someone else initially.
What kind of things would you say?
Simple stuff like, okay, I'm tired today, but I want to practice English. Or, right, what do I need to cook dinner? Just narrating.
Okay. Low stakes practice. I like it.
And for talking to other people, they suggest online English groups.
Like on Facebook or Reddit.
Yeah, or Discord, WhatsApp. There are tons of communities where learners chat daily. Casual conversation practice.
Good way to find practice partners too, maybe.
Definitely. Then there's plain language games.
The apps. Duolingo, Memrise.
Those kinds of things, yeah. Or even simple stuff like playing Wordle, but the English version. Makes drilling vocab feel less like drilling.
Turns it into a challenge, a game.
Exactly. Number 9 is shadowing.
Okay, what's that exactly?
You listen to a native speaker, it could be from a movie, podcast, anything, and you repeat exactly what they say immediately after them.
Trying to copy everything. Speed, rhythm.
Tone, intonation, all of it. So if you hear someone say, like, I gotta go now, really fast and casual.
You say, I gotta go now, exactly the same way.
Yeah. It really helps tune your ear and your mouth to natural speech patterns.
Interesting technique. And the last one.
Keep a fun English journal.
Not like a deep diary, though.
No, simpler. They suggest just writing, say, 3 things each day.
Like what?
Maybe. What I did today. 1 thing I love. And 1 new English word I learned.
Okay.
Wow.
Quick, consistent writing practice.
Keeps things active. And again, low pressure.
Wow, that's quite a list. And the theme running through all of them is making it part of your life.
Making it natural, enjoyable. Not forced study.
Right. But even with these fun methods, there's still that hurdle, isn't there? The fear.
Oh, yeah. The sources definitely tackle that.
Yeah.
The fear of making mistakes, it's massive.
It really holds people back, doesn't it? Stops them even trying to speak.
Totally. But the message in the material's really clear. Mistakes are not bad.
They're signs of progress.
Exactly. Signs you're actually trying, putting yourself out there, learning.
They had that analogy, didn't they? About a baby learning to walk.
Yeah, perfect analogy. Would you laugh at a baby stumbling? No, you cheer them on.
So don't laugh at yourself when you stumble with English.
Right. Be kind to yourself. The real tip they give is just speak. Even when you're not sure.
Just go for it.
Go for it. The claim is you learn like 10 times faster by actually doing it, mistakes and all, than by waiting until you feel perfect.
Okay, so progress over perfection makes sense. And to make all this stick, they suggest a routine.
A really simple daily routine. Nothing overwhelming.
How simple are we talking?
Like super manageable chunks. Morning, maybe 10 minutes. Listen to an English podcast.
While brushing your teeth, maybe.
Yeah, multitasking.
Yeah.
Then afternoon, maybe 15 minutes watching a YouTube video or a clip from a show you like.
Still keeping it fun.
Always. And evening. Just 10 minutes jotting down a couple of sentences in that English journal.
So what's that, like 35 minutes total? Spread out?
Roughly, yeah. Plus that bonus tip. Talk to yourself in English during the day whenever you can.
The key isn't spending hours then.
No, it's consistency. And enjoyment. Small bursts done regularly where you're actually having a good time with the language. That's what builds momentum.
Okay. And to really get people started, there's that challenge idea at the end.
Yeah, the 5-day English Fun Challenge. Just a little nudge to try these things out right away.
So you pick one activity each day for 5 days.
That's the idea. And the options are all things we've talked about.
Like watch a short video.
5 or 10 minutes. Or sing along to an English song, looking at the lyrics.
Shadowing a few sentences from a movie.
Just 5 sentences. Or write that journal entry. Or maybe record yourself quickly saying what you did today in English.
All very doable things.
Totally. Low barrier to entry. And the source material kind of promises, right? By day 5.
You'll feel a difference.
Yeah. You'll start to feel that shift that English can actually be, well, fun.
Yeah.
Less intimidating.
So, wrapping all this up, the big message from all these sources seems pretty clear.
Yeah, it really boils down to stop fighting the learning process. Make it natural.
Integrate it into stuff you already like doing.
And it stops feeling hard.
Yeah.
It becomes part of your day, something you might even look forward to.
We really hope listening to this deep dive leaves you feeling, motivated.
Yeah, ready to maybe just pick one of those fun things. Try it out today. See how it feels.
And we'll leave you with that final thought from the sources, something to chew on.
It's a good one. Don't aim to be perfect.
Aim to be real.